My favorite City and Color show I've ever played so far was a couple of months ago. I was in Australia and I played this show in Brisbane, and it was just one of those moments that just seemed right. You know, everything. The crowd was really great, and I thought we played really well. And it's weird because the day started out, I was very tired. We flew in from another city, and I didn't have much sleep the night before, and it was just one of those days on tour where I just did not feel very good. I just did not feel like going on stage, and just one of those days where sometimes on tour, as much as it's the greatest thing in the world to be a musician, some days you just don't want to be. You just want to wake up in your own bed and sit on the couch, but you can't. So it was one of those days, and I went on stage, and it just got better. You know, it just made me realize that there's a reason why I do this, and it's because I like to feel like that every once in a while. So, favorite beer. Well, I really like this beer called Anchor Steam, which is brewed in San Francisco, which I really, really like. I think it's really great. And they have a bunch of different flavors, and they're all, the ones I've tried are very good. But then there's a good brewery from Toronto called Mill Street, which I also like. I drink that if I'm at home. I'll have a Mill Street. What was in my mind when I wrote Save Your Scissors? Save Your Scissors is a song about... at the time, there was somebody in my life who was sort of trying to, I think, instead of just sort of like learning to live with the way I was, they were trying to change me into something else, something they wanted me to be. So in a sense, they were trying to mold me into something else. And the way I looked at, like the Save Your Scissors metaphor is like, you know, sort of when you use scissors, you can cut out a shape and cut it to whatever you want. And I felt like she was trying to shape me into something I wasn't. So that's why I said save your scissors for somebody else. That's all. And it sounded nice to say save your scissors. You can say save your scissors like that. It's just everybody can just say save your scissors. So and it you know rolled off the tongue. So there you go. I'm an aspiring musician, and any tips for stage fright and preparing for shows? Well, for me, I don't get stage fright because it's the part I actually enjoy the most out of all of this. You know, doing interviews and doing, you know, weird futuristic things like talking to people I don't know and being filmed by a bunch of different cameras and stuff. If I could do away with all that stuff, I would, because it's not what I play music for. What I play music for is the feeling I get when I play my guitar and I sing. And so if that's why you're doing it, and if that's what you love to do, then you won't have stage fright. You'll go out there and know that that's the best part of your day, because for me, that's the best part of my day, is playing and singing, you know? And preparing for shows, I don't do much. I just kind of sit, you know, and then somebody will say 5 minutes, and I'll go, okay, continue to sit. And then somebody will say 3 minutes, okay, start maybe walking closer to the stage. If I'm not feeling good, though, there's one thing. If my voice is sort of hurting, or if I'm feeling tired, there's this wonderful honey called Manuka honey, and it's from New Zealand. And I don't know. I think it's like, you know, I'm not a beekeeper, so this is not. Don't quote me, but I believe it's just like this certain bee goes to this certain flower in New Zealand, and they create this certain type of honey that you can only get from New Zealand, and it is delicious. But they call it the healing honey. It has like medicinal properties, and you can get like the more concentrated. There's like different numbers, like 15 and 20, and they have like a plus sign. So if you're a singer and you're looking for something to help you when you have a sore throat, go to Whole Foods or any health food store, and you'll be able to find Manuka honey. And I just take spoonfuls of it before I go on stage. Sometimes I'll make a tea, but yeah, I've had days where like I could not even speak, and I've just eaten like a jar of it and gone out, and my voice has come back for that hour. It's pretty awesome. Manuka, Manuka. How did I come up with the title for Little Hell? Well, I'd written the song Little Hell, and I don't know what made me write the line, but I just wrote, you know, because the song is not about a huge problem. The song is about one of those little things that you go through in your life, like a little struggle one of those mini trials and tribulations that can be so pesky in your life, and it seems like the end of the world, but really it's not that big of a deal. It's not, a civil war. It's not starvation. It's just something personally to you that you're going through. And then I kind of just think that's what life is all about, as a person. It's all about those little things that you have to get yourself through, and how you get yourself through them. That sort of builds your character and, make you who you are. So that's why it's called Little Hell. What's the most embarrassing thing that has happened on stage? Oof, there are a couple. I fell off the stage once playing in there's this venue in North Carolina that's like, I forget the name of it because it was a very long time ago, but it's a venue underneath a hotel. And the stage is kind of oddly shaped, and where I was on the stage, it just, it was dark and it had an angle, and it was with Alexis on Fire, and I was just rocking out, thinking I was the coolest dude ever, and I just went too far and fell right on my back off the stage, and it hurt. I landed on this box that was there, and it looked like I'd been shot with a taser gun. That's like this mark. It wasn't a bruise, it wasn't a cut, it was just you fell off a stage and landed on a steel box right onto your back mark, that's the only mark it would make if that happened. So, do you think Bon Iver eats my cookies? What does that even mean? Does that mean, do I think Bon Iver, what does that mean? Is that an American expression? Well, what the fuck are you talking about? What's your name? I can't even pronounce your name. We're going to move on, because I don't know what that means. Who is Oh Sister about? I will give you one guess. Dream Hip Hop Collab. Already did it with my friend Shad. Google Shad and Dallas, and you will hear him rap and me sing. Would I ever sit down and have tea with a fan? Yeah. If you see me having a tea, come and sit down and I will have a tea with you. Do you speak any other languages? No. I took French in school for 12 years. Didn't learn a thing. Dinosaur or dragon? I don't know. Depends on the dragon, right? Any tips to battle writer's block? No, because I need them as well. So sorry. What else are we doing? Oh no, here's the question where everybody feels stupid who doesn't know this. How did you come up with city and color? Dallas is a city. Green is a color. Any more? What's playing on your iPod right now? The new My Morning Jacket record, I think, is amazing. The new David Bazan record is amazing. What else? My friend Daniel Romano, who plays in my band with me, he put a record out called Sleep Beneath the Willow, which I think if you're in Canada you can get it on iTunes, but I don't know if it's available anywhere else. But it is a beautiful, beautiful record, and I listen to that a lot too. Favorite ice cream flavor? I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't have one. But I will eat some rainbow sherbet on a cone. Okay, another song. This song's called The Grand Optimist. I'm going to keep my cape on because it's on, and like I said, who knows? I'll die from complications. Complications due to things that I've left undone. That all my debts will be left unpaid. Feel like a cripple without a cane. I'm like a jack of all trades, was a master of none. Then there's my father, he's always looking on the bright side, saying things like, son, life just ain't that hard. He is the grand optimist, I am the world's poor pessimist. You give him burdensome time and he will escape unscarred. I take after my mother. Well, I guess I take after my mother. I used to be quite resilient, gained no strength from counting the beads on a rosary. But now the wound has begun to turn, oh, now the lesson that was gone unlearned. But this is not a cry for pity or for sympathy. I guess I take after my mother. Well, I guess I take after my mother. I take after my mother. Well, I guess I take after my mother. Wait, I saw a funny one. Where did it go? Would you ever sing with Justin Bieber? Of course. He's from the hood. He's from my hood. He's from right near my hood. Kinda. I'll tell you what though, Biebs. I'm glad you got rid of the swoop, because I was going to call you and tell you I used to have the swoop. It just gets annoying after a while, you know? Doing that. Is the drummer for City and Colour your brother? No. His name is Dylan Green, but he's not. Although our mothers used to work at the same insurance firm together. So, there's that. Riveting right now. Just riveting television, or live stream-o-vision. So, Bob Saget is staying in my hotel. And I saw him today with the youngest girls. Like, they were maybe 22 years old. And they had giant sunglasses. And it was funny. And every once in a while, traveling, you see, maybe it's not Bob Saget. Maybe it's Bob Saget. I don't know. I'm sure there's some other ones I have, but Bob Saget. Pretty funny. Are you a Toronto Maple Leafs fan? I'm not really a hockey fan. Like, I like hockey because I like sports, but I don't pledge allegiance to any particular team. All the guys in my band and stuff and crew are really, like, the Canadian guys are pretty into hockey, so I kind of just live vicariously through them. I'm more of a basketball